Having trouble when deciding which console to pick up this generation? Well, look no further because in this video I will recommend what console is best for you depending on what type of person you are at gaming. Okay, so if you're the type of person who wants the best price to performance, then I'd recommend the PS5 Digital Edition actually. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I personally think this is a better deal than the Xbox Series S, and that thing's 300 bucks. I I would have gone for it myself if I didn't play games like Halo or Gears of War. At $100 less than the PS5, the digital edition is pretty much a steal because it is literally the same console, but it's literally the same console as the PS5, but without a disk drive, which means you still get the same performance but at a lower cost. So you still get 4K, 120 Hz, the fastest SSD on console. That's pretty big. A really great controller. You feel immersed as hell into your game. Ray tracing. That's like $1,000 PC level ray tracing for $400. And of course, a bunch of blockbuster exclusive titles like Spider-Man, the upcoming God of War, the upcoming what's the name for Horizon game, and so on. So yeah, overall, I do feel like the digital edition PS5 is actually the system most people should probably be getting. Next up, if you're somebody who is very budget conscious but still wants to play the latest games with next-gen features, and does not particularly mind playing games at like a lower resolution than 4K at some other time, then the Xbox Series S is actually a pretty solid option for this generation. The Series X is actually a pretty capable machine. Don't let the 4 teraflop GPU fool you. This system is still around the same power of an Xbox One X, if not, it's slightly more powerful. Teraflops aren't everything. The Series S targets 1440p or 120 FPS or Hertz, but personally, I don't think it's going to target both. It's going to hit both at the same time. Well, I don't think it's going to hit both at the same time for a lot of titles, except for the one exception, which is Rogue Company. But that's the only game I really know about that takes advantage of that. I don't know if there's any other titles that do that, but if there are, let me know down below. But here's what boggles my mind about the Xbox Series S at 300 bucks. It can still play Oh, sorry about that. It can still play games at a native 4K. And no, I don't mean upscaled. I mean like legit play some games at native 4K, like Ori and the Will of Wisps. Assassin's Creed Valhalla actually goes. I was watching this video by Digital Foundry. I'll link it down below. Well, it was going in between 1620. No, not Digital Foundry. It was this other guy. I forgot what the name is. I'll try to link him down below if I can find him again. It's between 1620p and 4K. That's insane. Albeit with the whole 4K thing, it's probably gonna be dynamic most of the time because like the system's still not capable enough to like run everything at 4K 30 or 60 FPS, except for with some select titles. The Series S is also a really great option for people like me who actually do most of their, if not all, the gaming on a monitor, specifically 1080p or 1440p. Do keep in mind, however, that you will be working with a 364GB SSD. I do know, like on paper and on the boxes and all that, it says 512, but in all reality, you have 364 to work with. So that might be a turnoff for some of you guys. Of course, you could get an external hard drive, which is not a bad idea at all. But for 300 bucks, you still get features like ray tracing, 120 Hz, 1440p gaming, quick resume, which will allow you to just hop through games like in and out, like pa pa pa. You know what I mean, pa pa pa. Just like how you like hop through apps on your phone, like that. Oh, and the Series S can emulate a bunch of games, albeit there's a $20 fee, but that's still really great. So if you're like a retro gamer, you can use the Xbox Series S for that too. That and the Series X has like really great backwards compatibility for console alongside the Series X. I'd say the Series X is a little better just because of the fact that it's a disc drive and you can just slot in the discs of your old games. But yeah, if you want to enter next gen and you're like very budget conscious but still want good performance, get the Series S. It's a fantastic option for people like you. Personally, I picked up the Series S as well. Okay, so for those of you who just love playing a blockbuster single player games and you have a need for a disc drive for whatever reason, which would be like watching movies, you have a bunch of games for your PS4 that you don't want to buy again digitally, get the PS5. The regular PS5 is a really great choice with the fastest SSD on the market, a very capable GPU, ray tracing, and a controller that almost feels like you're actually touching what the character in your game is touching. That's pretty crazy. It makes you feel more immersed into the game than you were last generation. At $500, you're gonna have a. I'm sorry, I keep holding my camera. I'm sorry. At $500, you're gonna have a really great experience with a PS5. Oh, and the PS5 is also very great. And when I say very, I mean very great for when you're in a situation like let's say oh, you're in a situation where you're playing a game, right? A single player game, but you don't know how to get through a certain level or a certain part. The PS5 has an option where you can just, I don't know what it's called. You can just hop into a menu and find a clip to on how to get out of that spot. That's it. That's pretty clutch. Do keep in mind, however, if you're playing a competitive shooter like Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, you'll probably want to take off the adaptive triggers just because it'll probably put you at a disadvantage once depending on the gun, it's gonna get harder to pull down the trigger. So do keep that in mind. Personally, I will turn it off. Overall, the PlayStation 5 is a very great option for a lot of people. And of course, I recommend the Xbox Series X for those of you with a home theater or who just want the most powerful console on the market. And don't particularly care about PlayStation exclusives, or maybe you're somebody like me who actually loves Xbox games like Halo, Forza Horizon, Fable. Did I say Gears of War? Gears of War, just in case I didn't say that, and so on. Oh, and the Series X actually has Dolby Vision, or supports Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos. The PS5 doesn't have that. So let's say you have a soundbar and a TV that supports Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos. The Series X is probably the go-to since you'll be able to watch your movies on Netflix, Disney Plus, and all that at what's the word? At full capacity, I guess. Oh, and if you want what's arguably the best deal in gaming, which is Game Pass Ultimate, where you get access to over 100 games, online play, game streaming to your Android phone, and coming soon, not yet, lower powered PCs at only $15 a month. That's insane. Over 100 games at $15 a month. I'm personally subscribed to Game Pass Ultimate and I'm loving it. It let me try out games like Doom, Skyrim, etc. Games I wouldn't have thought of playing otherwise. It's a really great buy. With the Series X, you get ray tracing 120 Hz, 4K. Some games with 4K at 120 Hz. The PS5 does that too. And the PS5 ray traces too, if I didn't say that before. All paired. Oh, and quick resume. All paired with a $500 price tag. I would say the Series X is a very good option for a lot of people, just because you get all of that in that package. I don't think PCs can do something remotely as close as freaking, what's it called? Quick resume. I'm not saying console's PC, I'm just saying console does have advantages over PC. Lastly, this is going to be probably my shortest listing, because I already explained all the consoles, but lastly, let's say if you want to have the experience for both, I'd say get the Xbox Series S and the PlayStation 5 Digital Edition, or the Xbox Series S and the PS5, regular PS5 with a disc drive if you need the disc drive, or if you want to go freaking balls to the wall, get both of the higher end systems. But yeah, that's about it for this video. I hope that helped you guys on deciding which system to get. Anyway, you guys should catch my Twitch streams. I'm probably gonna stream tonight. There's a very high chance I'm gonna stream tonight. I'm gonna stream Halo tonight. Actually, I'm gonna be playing some competitive. So stay tuned for that. And of course, join my Discord server. I'll link it down below alongside my Twitch in the description below. So yeah, have a happy new year and peace.